All right, this is it. I'm excited. I'm going to be doing a CGC unboxing today, and this batch includes the Modern Age Grail book that I won in an auction and featured in my last video. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go to my page, Swarm of Comics, and look up the one with the little thumbnail with the little Monopoly board on it. And I made myself look like the Monopoly man. It looks pretty fun. But that book is back, along with about 10 or 11 other modern age books that I sent off for submitting. So this is it. This is D-Day. I'm going to find out what the grade is on this book, and I'm not going to reveal it here in the little intro. Make sure you've seen the video. And if you've already seen it, you know what book I'm talking about. And so let's hope I'm not disappointed. But if I am, that's okay. People seem to like that, and it gets more views when I'm disappointed. So stick around. We're going to unbox that and have some fun. Welcome to Swarm of Comics. I am Randy, your handsome and humble host. I'm trying to be a little subdued. I know I was a little excited in the first video, but I do love a good unboxing video. And as I mentioned before, this batch has the Modern Age Grail that I won in an auction. It's in another video. Go hunt for that. And I think I predicted it would be a 7. I actually think in the video I said 7 and 7.5. I was so a little all over the place, but who knows? None of this is scripted. So I actually think it's going to be a 7. I'm not just saying that like, oh, it's probably going to be a 7, but secretly hope it's a 7.5 or an 8. It's got a completely bent corner. Somebody in the comments of the video said you can't get more than like an 8 on that. And it's also got some other janky corners. Just from being in that cellophane for 30-something years, and just being moved around or whatever for that long. So I'm okay with it. I'm still way ahead on it. I'm still glad that I got this Grail book, and I'm excited to see what the grade is. I have a number of other books in here, and I don't know what they are. As you've probably heard me say before, I have a stack of books that are at Tom's place that he presses for me. He takes a random assortment of them and then sends them off to CGC. And it's sort of like I get to be surprised when I open them. When I log into CGC, I just look whether they've been graded or not, or shipped or not. I never look at the list of books there. So I honestly, besides the Grail book, the Batman Adventures number 12 first, Harley Quinn, besides that, I honestly don't know one other book in this, but I'm excited to see what's in here. So I'm going to reach into the little magic box down here. You'll hear me fumble around. I also apologize if my dog barks. He's here hanging out with me over there. And he barks at everything, hates everything. He's adorable, but he does not, very protective. He's not like sounds or noises. No cars driving by, which is hard because we live on streets. Yeah, we have streets here where I live. All right. Let's see what this is. Okay. Let's see. This is The Boys Hero-gasm from Dynamite Entertainment, 2009. This is a virgin cover. We call it that because it has no trade dress on it, no title, no information whatsoever. This is known as the first appearance of Soldier Boy. Some of you might be familiar with the comics. I bought them when they had come out, The Boys. I sure wish I kept them, but I didn't, especially those first issues. But I've been a fan of The Boys since it first premiered. Most of you probably know the TV show that's on Amazon. Absolutely amazing. I actually like the TV show better than the comic. I honestly do. I think what they did with it was slim it down, not make it as complicated and goofy, made it a little more gritty, and I like some of the changes they did in the show compared to the book. But this, excuse me, this is a retailer incentive edition. So it's got a virgin cover, like I said. All the information's on the back. I'm not going to turn it around because I might see the grade on the back because it's listed on the back of this here. I won this in an auction. This was an estate sale auction, local. I might have even featured it in another video when I got the book. I don't remember. But I thought it was cool. And I think I got it for $5. $5. I don't know what it's worth. I just remember when I sort of looked it up to try and find my max bid, it was higher than that. Maybe it was 10. I don't remember what it was, but it was super cheap. So let's see what this got. This has got a white cover. It looks in pretty good shape. If I can see a little wrinkling there. If I was to guess, I'm going to say 9.6, but I'm honestly hoping for a 9.8. I'm not going to, lie to you there. Let's hope and see what it's got. 9.4. Rougher than I thought. Rougher than I thought. I thought a 9.6. I'd have to look at, oh no, I see. They're not color breaking, but it's got a bunch of spine ticks. Maybe if I get it at the right angle, you could see it. Spine ticks. You guys all know, if you watch my videos, I hate that word. Ticks. They are stress creases or whatever it is. So, all right, 9.4 is pretty fair. Plus, it's just a cool book. I don't know, it could be worth case cost. Case cost is typically, what did it cost me to press it? What did it cost me to, if I even press this, I might have told Tom not to press this. I don't know, because it was so new. 2009. Time stands still the older you get. But case cost. How much did the book cost me? $5. How much did it cost me to grade it? $20. So I'm in at least $25. If I press it, it's $35. So is this dealer incentive virgin worth my case cost? I don't know. 9.4. A little disappointed. Was hoping that was at least a 9.6, but it's still pretty cool. No, not that big of a deal. All right, let's see what I got next. I'm pulling these out of the box. I've not even obviously looked at them yet. I'm pulling off the little plastic case so you hear all this noise, because even though we put them in hard cases, we have to also put them in bags so we don't hurt the cases, which will just stop from hurting the comics, but whatever. Let's see what we got here. Tom Strong. Alan Moore book came out in his America's Best Comics. What year was this? 1999. First appearance of Tom Strong. This has a bunch of spine ticks. My guess is this is probably also going to be 9.4 or 9.2. And I don't know why I don't have an answer for you, but when I was digging through my books and I found this, it was not in a bag. It was not in a board. It was not in order. I don't know where the rest of my issues went, but I did find number one with this amazing Alex Ross cover. If you've not read this story, it's very much like Doc Savage, sort of that futuristic, but also steampunk sort of era. This whole series is good. It got a little wonky at the end. Maybe Alan Moore stopped writing it. I'm not going to remember it. This is 20. Oh, how long ago was this? Geez, I don't want to know how long ago 1999 was. But I got this done. This falls in the category of, I don't know what it's worth. I don't care. I'd probably underwater on it. But this is my book. I bought this in 99 on the shelf at New England Comics when I used to go there. And in New England, they have a bunch of stores. And I bought this and it was mine and I wanted it for display purposes. So I know. Also, not completely unexpected for a book that you didn't even bag and board and sat around for 25 years. I do think that's a little harsh. If you were to be able to see this, it's actually might be better than the other book. The back is perfect. 9.0 seems awful harsh. So I would say so far, I would say we're 0 for 2 so far. I would say my disappointment's a little bit ramped up. Not that big of a deal. It's not like it's my Marvel Secret Wars #1 or Detective Comics #1000, because I'm not going to forget those personal attacks on me, I think. But yeah, pretty good condition. Now, if I wanted a 9.8, I just would have bought somebody else's book on eBay that they felt was in mint condition and try and submit it. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to submit mine. So 9.0, disappointing. That's 2 disappointments. 2 disappointments, but I'm still happy, if that makes any sense to you. Sure, everything makes sense here. All right, next book. Oh, Creature from the Black Lagoon. So this is a new series. This is the part of the Universal Monsters. You've watched my videos. I did another one where I got back Dracula #1. I think James Tynion did that one, had a beautiful cover. That came back in 9.8. This is a brand new book, right? As soon as it came out, I'm not sure why it wouldn't come back a 9.8, but you just never know. It's never been open. It's never been read. There's multiple covers on this. I bought 3 of the covers because I love Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've loved it since I was a kid. And I have lots of Creature from the Black Lagoon stuffed animals and toys and posters. So I was excited about this. I got, out of the 3 books, I got 2 of them graded. And it turns out I got the ones that I like the covers on the best graded. The one I didn't get graded was the variant that was probably more rare. So figure that one out. Also, spoiler for the future, I also got the limited edition Virgin black and white pencil cover by Alex Ross, signed by Alex Ross, signature series. That was not cheap, but it's amazing, and hopefully that comes someday soon. Who knows? They didn't give me an estimate. So we'll start with this. Creature from the Black Lagoon. This picks right up after the original movie. Beautiful cover on here from Image. So let's see what I got. 9.8. I mean, oh, and you can see on the back the different covers. Perfect. So if you can see, this is the Alex Ross cover in black and white. So I have this going to come at some point, signed by him, and it's guaranteed a 9.8 when you buy it. So he signs them and they guarantee their 9.8s when I get them. I got this cover, which was a variant, and I think I got this one. That's probably in this batch too. It might be in here. So anyway, love this. Love, 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 love. This is amazing. Love Creature from the Black Lagoon. So buy this book if you haven't already. All right, guys. Good. We got a win there. But as you've heard me say before, a book that's from 1999 or 2009 that wasn't even in bags and boards, yeah, I probably deserve the grades I got. The brand new book with a cardstock cover, yeah, of course it's a 98. But still, I'm allowed to be excited. Are you excited? I hope so. What do we got here? Cool. This was certainly a vanity book. I don't think this is worth anything, and I don't think it's a super high grade, but everybody loves the Spider-Man punching Hulk in the midsection, right? Is that where he's punching him? I think so. So this is from 1990. This is from my personal collection. The Hulk and Sebastian Shaw appear in this, and hopefully we're focusing here. I've been having some troubles with this camera lately. I should have probably splurged and not spent $29 on it if I'm going to do these videos. But again, I'm a McFarlane cover, issue 328. He was still on the book there. Hulk's green tongue is kind of creepy. I'm going to be honest with you, if you can see that. So don't know what this is. 9.2. Let's see what it is. 8.5. That's a beating. That's a beating. But I can see some creases on it. It's not really that bad. I think that's another. I think I've got a harsh grader, so I think I'm in trouble. I think I'm in trouble in here because an 8.5 kind of stinks on this, and I'm not really seeing it as an 8.5. I thought at least a 9.2, and that's why I said 9.2, because that's what I meant. Yeah, I guess there's a bunch of spine ticks. Maybe they added them all up. They're not color breaking, like you wouldn't see them if I get closer. They're not color breaking spine ticks, but they're there. All right, well, we are 1 for 4, folks. I still love this book, and I'm glad I got it graded, but 8.5 sucks. Am I allowed to use that word? Am I allowed to use that word? YouTube? 8.5. That one sucks. All right. All right. Next one. Let's hope there's some more winners here, folks. Are we in focus? Are we doing good? X-Men Adventures. So this series was more of a little kid's series back from 92, based on the animated television show. There's a new version of the show out that they have that's super hot. I bought this for $5. It's in rough shape. This is probably going to come in an 8 or 8.5. That I could completely see, and I would not be disappointed. So let's see. 9.2. Come on. Come on. There's no way this book is better than the last ones. That's ridiculous. It's got a Ralph Macchio story. He didn't just do karate. He also wrote comics. It's also a newsstand. So that's pretty good. I thought that's cool. Kind of relevant right now. And again, it was in an auction. I bid on it for $5 and won it. Like, how do you even beat that? So pretty cool. All right, guys, a 9.2 on. It's definitely in worse shape than the other books, but that's fine. I'll take my 9.2. I'll take my 9.2 and go home. Well, this is a mixed bag so far. I've got one book I'm excited about, one that I think did decent, but that's what you get. This is a gamble. I like to gamble. I like a little blackjack. I'm not brave enough to play like craps or roulette. I'm too scared of those. Too many rules. Blackjack's simple for simple, like a guy like me. All right, let's see what we got next. Okay, This is a weird one. I might even talked about this in another video. I can't remember. There's a lot of videos. This is Ultimate Spider-Man #1. It didn't come out when Ultimate Spider-Man did. This came out in 2002. This came out like a year later. This was a Target incentive, and this is not in good shape. I also won this for like $10. There's only 600 copies as far as I know of this. It's pretty rare, and you'd think it'd be worth more because it's very limited, but it's not. But I wanted to get it done and have it graded anyway. This could be a 7.5, guys. This, this was not in good shape. Somebody read this. Again, for $5 or $10 or whatever it is what it is. So let's see what it got. Yeah, 7.5. I guess that right. That's not unusual, but it's really different. I love Spider-Man. I love Ultimate Spider-Man, and this is very unusual and different copy. Oh, why wasn't this cover? How great that looks. This was on something else. I can't remember what. This is an original to this. Oh, that's right. So this is a reprint of like 2 issues. Yes, Ultimate Spider-Man 14 and 15 are reprinted in here. That's what this is. It's two books in one. Yeah, reprints, 2002. And Mark Bagley cover, who was doing Ultimate Spider-Man. So, yeah, pretty cool. 7.5. That's kind of what I guess this would be. So, would have been nice if it was a surprise if it was higher, but I knew what I was getting into when I submitted this. And yes, I know there's going to be people that say, just keep them raw and don't submit them. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But I kind of think to myself, if I was going to buy the nice cases that you could buy that aren't grading, they're still $20 a piece. Yes, you can open them anytime you want, but I don't really read this book. I've already read it. I have it in a trade. For the same price, $20, I might as well get it graded and have it. So that's my reasoning. Everybody's got their own reasoning. So not an unexpected grade there. I also might have been caught up, like when I was looking at these books, like, yeah, let's get these done. Let's just do them. Let's do them. It's a little regret now, like 7.5 and an 8.5 on that. Probably wasn't the best idea, but you get a little slab happy. It's trademark Swarm Comics. And sometimes it gets slab happy. And it's death by 1,000 cuts. You think, that's $20, who cares? But that one's $20, and that one's $20, and that one's $20, and the next thing you know, it's $300. I could take $300 and buy an already slab book that's kind of amazing, but this is also fun. We're having fun here. All right, another personal collection book, Amazing Spider-Man. This is 317. This is in rough shape. I don't think I realized how rough shape this is. Venom is in this, obviously, on the cover. And a McFarlane cover. This has got some color-breaking spine ticks, guys. This is not in good shape. But it's from July 1989. So what are we creeping up on? This is 35 years old. But this was in my personal collection. I don't know. I'm sorry if the camera sucks. Back cover looks pretty good. Funny thing is the back cover looks better than the front cover. And the back cover is all black. The black is what's the killer. So let's guess what this is. Let's just guess on the fly. I didn't make up grades or guess grades before I sent these out. I just said, let's just do it. Maybe I didn't look close enough. This might be an 8.5 or 9.4. Okay, no complaints. No complaints, but bent corner, about 10 spine ticks, and this is a 9.4. So, yay, this is in the win column. This book definitely didn't deserve a 9.4. I'm in. I'll take it. All right. So what do we got? 2 good wins, 2 wins, a couple of, hey, that's what I expected, and a couple of at least 3 stinkers. So we got about 7 or 8 books to go. Not too many. Let's bust out the next one. See what this is. Hopefully not seeing them before I see them here. Oh, Amazing Spider-Man. This is issue 306. This is in pretty good shape. This could get a 9.8, but my guess is 9.6. It's got a mark on the back. It's got a mark on the back, like a little indent. Maybe this won't get a 9.8, but it could get a 9.6. So this is an homage to Action Comics #1, which was the first appearance of Superman, the Man of Steel. And he's throwing a car at some thugs. And that's what Spider-Man's doing here. Todd McFarlane certainly loves his homages to things. He mostly loves homages to himself. He has beaten his homages to himself with Spawn copying Spider-Man and Spawn copying Spawn and Spider-Man copying Spider-Man. But good for him. So this is my personal collection. This is from 1988. I bought this at the comic store. It's got the Black Cat and Humbug and also Chameleon. And it says Action Comics #1, cover homage. So let's see what this got. 9.6. That's fair. That's what I thought it was. No complaints there. 9.8 would have been beautiful. I would have got all excited and like JoJo the Circus Boy. I don't see any spine ticks, but it is, if you look down the bottom, you can see some of the pages. It's sort of, what's the word for it? It's a little, I don't know, but 9.6. That's cool. That's awesome, guys. Ooh, a 9.4 and a 9.6 on those Meals and Spider-Man, those McFarlanes. That's good. That's good news. No complaints there with the 9.6. But isn't it funny if you watch my other videos and you saw my Amazing Spider-Man 298, 299, and 300, those all came in 9.8s. This book is like a year newer, 2 years newer, a year newer, whatever it is, and it's in worse condition. Can't figure it out. What do we got? Oh yeah, Daredevil. So I had this book, and funny enough, my version of this book has a hole in the cover, like somebody put a sigh through it. And I ended up picking this up fairly cheap. It's not high grade, probably 7.5, but better than mine with a hole in the cover. Because I just love the Miller Daredevil run. This is from 1982. It has an Elektra appearance, and it's not in terrible shape. I'm gonna hope this is coming in an 8. So let's see what it is. That's in the win column, kids. That is in the win column. I don't know if it's worth like any money in a 9.8 or anything like that, but Frank Miller's story, Frank Miller and Klaus Janson cover and art. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. This is certainly a weird mixed bag. And I know what some people are going to say, comment, think to themselves, doesn't matter. Why get them graded if they're so inconsistent? I'm telling you, this other book's looks like it's better than it is, and this one looks worse than it is. So, or do these grades actually mean anything? They do in theory, because from this point on, even though this book is definitely not a 9.8, a 9.4, it's definitely a 9.4 because it says it. But I don't think it is. You could see it's got some problems all in the spine over here. So I know I sound bummed, but I'm not. I'm super happy. I can't believe this is a 9.4. I thought it was going to be an 8.0. So for the people who say, wow, you don't know what it should be or shouldn't be, you're right, because apparently I stink at guessing. This is a mixed bag, my friends, but 9.4 on Daredevil. A 9.4 in a book from 1982, and then a 9.6 or 9.4 in a book from 2009. Yeah. I don't take care of my books good. Wolverine. If you watch my video where I opened the collector's packs and I found my grail that should also be in here, it might even be the next book, I found this. It was Wolverine number 24 from 1990. It's the first Jim Lee cover of Wolverine. He'd obviously drawn Wolverine before, and I just thought it was a cool cover, and it looked like it was in really good shape. I'm really hoping this is a 9.8. Even in a 9.8, it's not worth a ton, but it's a cool book to preserve and to have. I know they're going to zap me with like a 9.2, but this is a really good shape book, guys. This really should be a 9.8. Yeah, see, there's the excitement. Now we're pumped. Now we're excited. Now we're going to wake up the dog. 9.8 on that. This could be literally worth tens of dollars. But 9.8, nice. Things are looking up. A little rough at the beginning. Not going to lie to you guys. Not going to lie to you guys. All right. Next book. Oh, another one from the collection. This is an appearance of Hydro, another cover. This is 315. Venom and Hydro Man appear. I don't know if anybody cares about Hydro Man, but I think technically this is the first Venom on a cover. It doesn't say anything like that, and I'm not a comic encyclopedia, but I think because his face is on there, it's the first cover appearance of Venom. You know, this is janky. I use that word too much. It's sketchy. Venom was Spider-Man's costume, But is Venom when he takes over Eddie Brock, or is it the first appearance of the costume? Is it the first time Spider-Man wears it? Is it his origin? Is it the first time he's on a cover? Is it the first full cover? Is it a cameo? Is it a first full appearance? There's so many of them. But this was my personal collection. I got this one done. My guess is this is about a 9.4. Maybe it's a 9.6. Could be up to a 9.6. But I thought it was worth getting done. Again, it's McFarlane Spider-Man. It changed the world. It changed the world of comic books. For better or for worse, it changed it. And people loved them. And I loved these books then. I loved his art. I loved what he did with Spider-Man. I don't love Venom, but I think that storyline of it being Spider-Man's costume, then it turned out to be this like alien symbiote, and then him, Spider-Man trying to find a way to get rid of it, and then it taking over somebody else. Like that was a very original and great storyline that I really loved. So anyway, enough babbling. Let's see what this comes in. 9.6. All right. That's pretty good. I don't know what put it as a 9.6 over a 9.8, but they obviously know better than I do. So 9.6, pretty good. 9.8 would have been nice. 9.6 is very good. I think I even guessed 9.4. 9.4, 9.6, did I just say? All right. So in this batch so far, a couple of random books that I won in an auction super cheap lately. My Grail should be in here. And some Spider-Man for my personal collection and stuff like that. So kind of a mixed bag that Tom submitted for me. There it is. Should I wait on this one? Let's wait. Come on. You don't want to do this one. You want to do this one last, or do that one last. You don't do the Grail in the middle. We're going to do a couple more. Let's do some others. Sorry. Now you got to watch it all. All right. Oh, the other creature in the Black Lagoon. Beautiful cover. Who did this cover? Joshua Middleton. So beautiful. Glad I got that graded. 9.8. That was expected. I'm happy about that. This is a variant cover. I mean, I think there's like 8 of them. Well, there's at least 6. So very happy about that. My creature from the Black Lagoons. Can't wait to display those, change things up. I had my cool magazine size by me. Hey, there's Creature from the Black Lagoon from Monster World. I was trying to read it backwards. Monster World. So this is pretty cool. I've been trying to get my enough magazine size slabs together to display them. So I got my Dick Tracy there, my Vampirella, the first one, Monster World, DC fanzine, Empire Strikes Back, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #3, and then Mickey Mouse magazine from 1937, I think it was, 36, 37. So anyway, Black Lagoon, they'll hopefully be going up there soon with some 9.8s. So happy about that, but not surprised. It's still good. Okay. Next one. Next one. What do we got here? Oh, Wolverine. Another one. So this a book I got from my friend Alex. Alex, I think I got this from you. This is in okay shape. I got it done because it's a beautiful cover. If you watch my videos, you know I like red covers, and it's Wolverine. It's an early #2. Early. I guess it's early enough. #2 is pretty early. Back cover pin up by Bill Sienkiewicz. And it has what was it? Claus Janson and John Buscema. Yeah, they're right. He was doing the Wolverine at the beginning there. He did the cover of the first one. So let's see what this got. If I was to guess, I'd hope for an A5 on this. I'd hope for an A5. I got this cheap. I got from Alex. Hi, Alex. He is the Mad Russian Apothecary. You can just Google that and find him. He's a beekeeper and he sells beautiful, amazing honey. He actually made some honey for my band. It's labeled for Swarm of Eyes honey. We sell that at our shows, or I could ship it. And it's a cinnamon honey called Left to Burn, named after one of our songs written by my buddy George O'Connor, and I wrote the lyrics to it. Go find that on Bandcamp or the internet or Spotify. But anyway, down a rabbit hole. Alex had brought over some of his Wolverine books and asked me my opinion on them, what my thoughts on them, what they were worth, and I told him they're okay condition. I don't want to talk about the others, but they were all Wolverines, and he just had a handful of them. And I gave him an idea of what they're worth, what condition they were in. he took them home, and a couple of months later, he said, "Hey, do you want to buy them?" And I gave him an offer, a fair offer, like 85% of market value, not ripping them off, not 50%, not 30%, not telling them they're worthless. I was fair with them. And I think that's what this came from, that collection of his. So I'm hoping this is an 8.5. Let's see what it's got. 9.4. Well, I'm very surprised. There's the Bill Sienkiewicz back cover. First Flight. I don't know what that specifically means, but maybe it comes from reference to Alpha Flight, the Canadian super mutant team. But yeah, 9.4. No complaints there. That was pretty good. Love it. Let's see what the next one is. We're sort of flying blind down here. What book do we have? This is our second to last book. Oh, okay. This is Spider-Man number 13. This is Todd McFarlane has copied this cover on subsequent issues of Spider-Man and Spawn and anything else he can get his hands on. This is a very often parodied, is that the right word, homage book. I thought this was in pretty good shape. I didn't think it was a 9.8 or anything like that. This is from 1991. Yes, it even says it's a Spider-Man number 1 cover homage. Now, this is Spider-Man 13. This was a new series that came out. Not Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Man. So issue 1 came out, and then by issue 13, he was doing an homage to his own cover from a year ago. Again, to each his own. It's a little weird, but people love this, so I decided to get this one done. I just dug it out of my personal collection. I'm going to guess this is a 9.4. Ha! I was right. Yeah, wasn't in perfect shape. I could see a 9.4 in here. I could also see a 9.6, but that was my guess, 9.4. So probably not even worth case cost, but I wanted to get it done. All right. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Now the moment. Here it is. Let me fish around blind in here for this. The backstory. If you haven't watched the other video, there was an auction, online estate sale. I mean, they were selling like forks and knives out of their silverware, their old boots. They were selling skis. They were selling the snowblower. They were just selling everything. And in this auction, it was honestly like 500 items in this auction, online auction. And I was scrolling through and I happened to catch that there was some comics. Not a lot, just 2 lots. One was a lot, and they were collector's packs. Turns out they're Sam's Club collector packs. And one lot was all Death of Superman related. But I could see in the collector's packs, even though you can only see the couple on the front and a couple on the back, it didn't have the 2 issues people care about, which is like the Action Comics with the DC Universe logo, and also Death of Superman, Superman 75, 3rd print. Didn't have those, so I didn't bid on it, which was stupid. It kind of went for $10 for all of the books, like 40 books. I probably should have just got it anyway, but I was focused on the other lot, which was a 20-pack of Marvel and a 20-pack of DC. And I don't think any big comic book fans found this. Like, they didn't really push this. And this Grail happened to be in there, but you couldn't see it on the cover. I had to go into the thumbnails on the online auction lot. And when I started thumbing through them, just looking, it was showing the front, the back, the sides for both lots. And then I saw it. And then I saw the Grail. And I had to have it. I want it. In my opinion, I got it as a steal. I want it for way less than the max bid that I would have bid on it. But I got it back and it had problems. Watch that video and you'll see it. But you couldn't see the problems. It was in a cellophane pack. It was on the top, so the corners were bent. And it had an awful folded corner on the back with a color-breaking crease, at least an inch long. And that's a killer. When CGC grades things, they have very specific criteria. You know, they count the number of creases on the spine. They look at creases across the cover, the back cover, and they measure them, a 3-inch crease, 1-inch crease, and they add those all up, or they subtract. They start at the top and they start subtracting. So here's what my friend Tom at the Silver Age Comics, who I've talked about a billion times, said to me. Here was his opinion. This is the Grail. You got to get it preserved. You got to get it graded, in my opinion, in his opinion. He cleaned it up. He did like 8 presses. He said it spent like 2 weeks in the press trying to get it as mint as possible. So if this comes in at a good grade, I want to thank Tom for that. If it comes in a bad grade, I'll just blame myself. But even if this came in at a low grade, it's still more valuable and precious. I don't know if that's the right word, but like exciting to have than what I paid for it. So I'm going to tell you, in the last video, I predicted like a 7 or 7.5, but I really meant like a 7. If it's a 7.5, I'm going to be through the roof. Like, honestly, it's going to be like getting a 10.0 for me because I've seen the condition. I opened the pack, watched that video. I can live with a 6.5. A 6.5 is okay. Tom's, what his theory is, and he's been submitting books long before I ever even considered it. Think of it as a 6.5 or better is great. 6.5 is, if you're there, be satisfied, be happy. So I'm there. I don't think I had to talk myself into it. I saw the damage to it. I made a video about it. I'm still bummed about it, being honest with you. Like, that would have been great if that book could have come in at a high grade, and it just didn't. It was nothing I could control. If this book could have come in at a high grade in the 9s, I mean, it was a score of a lifetime. Right now, it's probably kind of the score of a lifetime. I hope to have better scores in my lifetime. So, blah, 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 blah. And there it is, because this is just a stunning, gorgeous cover. This is the Batman Adventures. This is from 1993, first appearance of Harley Quinn in the comics, outside of DC continuity. Yes, she would have appeared before, outside of it, but this is out of DC continuity, but it's still her first appearance in a comic book because the Batman Adventures are not considered Batman or Detective Comics. Sorry if that was confusing on that. First Harley Quinn in a comic book. That's all that matters. People love Harley Quinn. She's got movies, Margot Robbie. Everybody knows Harley Quinn. But awesome picture in general of Batgirl and Poison Ivy. Just a beautiful cover. So this is it. This is the part where we're either going to be completely devastated or we're going to be ecstatic. I'm actually nervous and I don't even want to pull my hand away. Like, my fingers are like stuck there. I'm nervous. But let's do this. We're doing this in real time. We're going to see what it is, guys. Come on. Cross your fingers for me while you watch the video, even though it won't do anything because I recorded this before you watched it. Let's see. 8.5. Wow. Whoa, did Tom do a good job on this? An 8.5. You can see the corner crease there. It's a crease right across the whole thing. Color breaking. An 8.5. Are you kidding me? That is so good. I don't even give a shit about any of those other books. Sorry for the swear. Sorry, Mom. Yes, an 8.5 on this. And I'm being honest, I'm not being goofy or silly. I have no idea what that's worth. That could be worth $300, $400, $200. I don't know, but I know I didn't pay that. Whoa, an 8.5. I am so happy. That is it. I'm gonna pause here and then take this photo of myself later for the thumbnail, maybe. Let's smile. See you doing it with me. I'm gonna do this, ready? I'm gonna be surprised. Wait, I got this stupid light ring on there. I don't know how to do these videos. How do people do this? There we go. I don't know. I'll take screen captures afterwards. Oh, that was the last book. I'm so glad I waited till the end. That is awesome. I'm so excited for this. I mean, I could buy one if I wanted to, already graded or raw and hope, but the way I got this made it much more exciting. It was way more fun, you know? And I will say this as well. I don't know if I said it in the video where I unwrapped it, but I talk about, and I had a whole video with my buddy George, comic book creator and friend and bandmate, about ripping off sellers, offering them low money to people who don't know what they have. And I talked about this in the other video. I saw this in an online auction. I bid. It was super low. People started bidding against me at the very end. So somebody knew what it was, but it was outside of their budget. And I won it. And it's a steal. I got it for at least half of what it's worth. But you got to ask yourself, after all that blustering about not ripping people off, I mean, Is that should I mean, was it my job to reach out to the auction and say you're selling this for too little? It isn't, I don't think. They knew what they had. They put it out fairly. It was sent out on emails into all the people, and I got it. And I don't think I'm saying this because I feel guilty, but I don't want it to seem funny, like, oh my God, I got a steal of a grail. I totally. And then in another video, I'm like, don't rip people off. I don't think winning an auction for low money is ripping anybody off, but I think it's worth being part of the conversation. I told you in the other video, when I got there, I picked up the collector's packs. My hands were shaking as they handed them to me. They were just selling people's lamps and end tables. They didn't know anything. And the people ran over to me and said, oh, you're the one with the comics. They said, are you going to open them? And I said, yeah, because this book is in here and this book is insane. And I kind of was weird, regretted saying it. Like I wasn't rubbing it in. I was just excited. And they were like, oh, good luck to you. You know, so wow, what a good way to end this. I know all this blabbering at the end has made this video longer and people don't like long videos, but this is the Batman Adventures first Harley Quinn. That came out on 8.5. I'm so excited right now. And you know, when I met Tom knew what the grade was. He looks at the grades. It's his account that I log in at. And he said, can I tell you anything? And I said, no, don't even tell me what the grade, if you're going to like the grades or not, or if I'm going to be happy or sad. That I know that's not technically telling me the grade, but don't say anything. And he said, okay, I won't say anything. I won't say anything. I won't say anything. And just before we were hanging out, just before he left, he goes, I think you're going to like the grades. Well, he was right on this. And I didn't like some of them, but none of them were this. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. That whole stack of books all added up probably doesn't equal this book, you know? So, all right. Well, what a great way to end this video. I'm glad you guys could join me. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys did too. Like, comment, subscribe. I love all your thoughts. I love your feedback. I love interacting with you guys. It's been so fun so far, and I hope you enjoy this video. And go watch the rest of my videos. Go watch everybody else's videos. You know, enjoy all the other content creators. We certainly ain't doing this for the money. We're doing this just for fun and to share with the community and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. I'm Randy at Swarm of Comics, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Hello and welcome to Swarm of Comics. I'm your host. I just said host. Forgot the handsome and humble. I don't know. Let's start over.